Depending on where you were raised, you might have been told from a young age, work twice as hard to get half as far. We focus on our degrees, our certifications, and our KPIs. But have you ever noticed someone with fewer credentials than you moving faster through the ranks? It feels like they have a secret map to the building that you weren't given. The reason this feels so jarring is that we've been taught that workplaces meritocracy based solely on intellectual capital, what you know. But there's another currency at play, cultural capital. If you don't understand this currency, you're essentially trying to buy a house with the wrong flavor of money. It's not that you ain't rich in talent, it's that the room doesn't recognize your currency. Today we're going to define this invincible currency so that you can stop wondering why the door is locked and start learning how to turn the key. The term cultural capital was popularized by sociologist Pierre Bourdieu. He described it as the social assets, not money, but assets that promote mobility. Think of it as your accent, your educational background, your network, your mannerism, and your codes. In simple terms, cultural capital is knowing the rules of the room, even when no one explains them. It's knowing which jokes to laugh at, how to dress casually, which is never actually casual, and how to manage the hierarchy without a manual. The invisible currency determines who is heard, who is believed, and who is promoted, and conversely, who is labeled as difficult or not a culture fit. For many professionals of African heritage, especially here in Canada, we ain't just navigating one culture, we're navigating, at times, 3 operating systems at once. Our home culture, our professional culture, and the national culture. When these systems don't align, we start to do what I call the adaptation label. We code switch, we over-prepare, and we over-explain. This is not just professionalism, it's emotional, cognitive, and identity label. If you feel exhausted at 5 p.m., it's not because you did your job. It's because you spent 8 hours translating yourself for a room that wasn't designed with you in mind. But here's the strategy. Cultural capital is not about assimilation, it's about translation. You ain't changing who you are. You are becoming a polyglot of influence. Your homework this week is to become a cultural architect in your own office. Start studying the room. What are the unwritten rules? Who gets rewarded for their tone? Who gets policed? Once you see the currency, you can choose how to spend yours. Let's ground this together. I am not waiting to be validated. I carry cultural capital in my story, in my resilience, and in my global awareness. Your identity is not a liability, it's a masterclass in complexity. Now that we know what the currency is, how do we use it without losing ourselves? In video 3, we're going to be diving deep into the 3 operating systems and how to manage the labor of being the only one in the room.